Sup guys, this is AIRSOFT FAIRY. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe so you will be updated for new videos. And today I'm going to show you a DIY how to make your stock outer barrel to a fixed outer barrel for your Glock pistol. Okay, fixed outer barrel is for Glock pistol is not new in airsoft board. They've been there out in the market very long time ago. But unlike the high kappa fixed outer barrel, it's really well known. Maybe because the fixed outer barrel for the Glock, they only manufacture very few, so that's why I don't know. So, but now I'm going to show you how to make one out of your stock outer barrel, and this is actually a TDC Fix Outer Barrel. TDC means that you don't have to, every time you're going to adjust your hop up, you don't have to take off your slide. Okay, you're just going to adjust your hop up by turning the screw on the top of your outer barrel. So it's more easy and convenient to adjust your hop up. Okay, and now we're going to test fire it. Okay. Nice. Very nice. So it's working flawlessly. Okay, so let's check inside it. Okay, so this TDC thing, okay, so if you don't want to use this TDC and you want the typical way of adjusting your hop up, just install the hop up wheel. Okay, and if you want the TDC, just take off your hop up wheel and put the screw on the top of the outer barrel. Okay, it's very easy. And what else? And durability. Okay, I've been using one here for quite some time for testing, and this is both made from a plastic Tokyo Marui stock outer barrel made of plastic, and this one you will see that it's flapping out. Okay, because this part of the outer barrel, this one and this one, is actually hitting the slide. Okay, every time it cycles, it's hitting the slide. So what I've done is, for the second build, okay, I filed this part, okay, and make a less than millimeter gap from this slide. Okay, you will see. Okay, they have a gap from this slide. This one. Okay. So now there's no direct impact from the slide to the outer barrel. So I hope this one will last long. But don't get me wrong, because this one, even though this one is flapping out, this one's still working very fine. Okay, there's no issue with it. There's no issue about the operation of the pistol and or anything. It's just because this one is flapping out. And another thing, because this is made of plastics, that's why plastic is easy to bend. Okay, unlike the metal one. Okay, so I think you will have no issue if you're using a issue like this if you're using a metal outer barrel. Okay, you will see. And another thing, because this top plate is holding by the epoxy. Okay. So I suggest if you're using epoxy, use the best one. Okay. Because that's the only one that's holding the top plate. And I put the 2 screw. Okay. I put a 2 screw for to anchor this metal plate on the epoxy. So it's actually really strong, so you cannot break this one, even though this one is flapping out. So actually there's no big issue and no issue at all. So I'm showing you. So this is how it looks like inside. Okay, so this is all epoxy. Okay, so I mold the inner barrel and the hop-up unit using the epoxy. Okay, so this one is really durable. And if you're going to make it a TDC, I advise you to use the metal plate, okay, because this one is just aluminum. Okay, but if you're not using a TDC, actually you can use a plastic one like this. Okay, you can use this one to instead of metal plate if you're not going to use the TDC thing. Okay, so I think that's it. So I have a video on how I made this outer barrel, fix outer barrel. So just watch the video. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, first you have to get the correct position between the outer barrel and the hop-up unit. Okay, usually their correct position is like this. Okay, you just have to align this outer barrel to hop-up unit in this manner. Okay, you see. Okay, this part of outer barrel and this part of hop-up unit. Okay, but if you're using a aftermarket parts or different brand, it's not always going to be like that. Okay, because if you're using a aftermarket slide, your outer barrel will sit differently on the slide, and it's going to be sits differently from the hop-up unit. Okay, so I'm going to show you a method that you can get the correct position of the between the outer barrel and the hop-up unit, regardless what brand it is or what aftermarket parts you're using. Okay, by using the longer inner barrel. Okay, first we're going to put a marker here. Okay, okay, then just assemble your gun. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. So this is the correct position between the outer barrel and the hop-up unit. The outer barrel is sitting on the slide and the hop-up unit is sitting on the frame. So if you're using aftermarket outer barrel and or aftermarket slide or different brand or different aftermarket hop-up unit, the position of the between the outer barrel and the hop-up unit will be different. So by this method, you can get the correct position of the two, even though you're using different parts or aftermarket parts or different brand. Okay, then you just make a mark here. Okay, then after that you're going to disassemble it. Okay, then you're going to align the outer barrel to the mark that we made. Okay, just like that. Okay, then you're going to make a mark here. Okay, now that is the correct position between the outer barrel and the hop-up unit. Okay, as you can see, now look at this part. See, they're not aligned, so we cannot use this as a reference. That's why we have to do that method. Okay, so now we get the correct position between the two. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the top part of the outer barrel. Okay, I'm going to remove the top part of outer barrel, and I'm going to cut it from the top like this. Okay, like that, not from the side, it should be from the top, so you will avoid making mistake cutting it very low. Okay, so just cut it from the top, and because we cut the top part of the outer barrel, we need a replacement for that. Okay, so we have to cut the same shape. Okay, just to replace that part that we're going to remove from the outer barrel. Okay, like this one. Okay, just exact same shape. Okay, you can use plastic, but since we're doing a TDC, I suggest that use the metal plate. Okay, for the replacement top part of the outer barrel, because we're going to put a screw in there, and every now and then you're going to twist it and loosen it, tighten it, and it will be lost thread if you're just using a plastic. So better use a metal plate. Okay, just cut it like this shape, the same shape of the top of the outer barrel that we removed. Okay, now I'm going to cut it now and see you later. Okay, now I'm finished removing the top part of the outer barrel. Okay, look, it looked like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mold the inner barrel inside the outer barrel. Okay, first I'm going to wrap this inner barrel with Teflon tape, and also this part of hop-up unit, so that the epoxy will not bond these parts. Okay, then after that I'm going to insert this, and remember the markings that we make. So we're going to put these two in the correct position. Okay, okay, use your markings. Me, I already marked mine. Okay, we're going to use it now. Okay, then use something to hold it like this. Okay, wait, there you go. Okay, now I put the two in their correct position. Then I'm going to fill this gap with epoxy. On the top part, I'm just going to put the epoxy just here, just inside the outer barrel. Okay, in the lower part, I going to fill the epoxy until the uh, front end part of the hop-up unit, until here, against this part of the hop-up unit. Okay. Okay, now I just finished cleaning this up. Okay, so I just took off the excess epoxy and the Teflon tape. I just take it out. Okay, and now it sits perfectly there. Okay, so the hop-up unit and the outer barrel is in their correct position, so it's good. Okay, now what I've done to the metal plate, okay, I tap it, then put the screw in. Okay, then I just cut the screw head, then just make it flat. Okay, then I cut the screw in a V shape, so it will not interfere with the inner barrel when we put it like that. Okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to pour this part with epoxy, then we're going to put this on the top so it will stick there. Okay, and if you will notice, I put a hole here and okay, and tap it. So because this outer barrel is not only a fixed outer barrel, it's also a TDC. Okay, so it means I don't have to open the pistol every time I'm going to adjust the hop-up. Okay, I'm going to adjust the hop-up just by turning the screw on the top of the outer barrel. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to put the epoxy here. Okay, I'm going to do it now. Okay, the epoxy is hardened, so I just took out the half-up unit. Okay, now see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean everything, take out the excess epoxy, okay, and the Teflon tape, and I'm going to file this now. I'm just going to level it with the top of the this steel plate, okay, just level on the top of the steel plate. Okay, then after that we're going to test it. Okay guys, now I just finished cleaning it and I polished the top of the barrel and I put the Allen screw for TDC. Okay, the screw is a bit small because this is the only available that I have. So okay, and this is how it looks inside of it. Okay, there you go. Okay, and I apply a thin layer of epoxy on the side of the outer barrel, so the half-up unit will sit there firmly. Okay, so there you go, no wobble. Okay, now we're going to adjust the half-up. Let's see if this is working. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, see? Okay. Now we are going to lift it up. There you go. Okay. So you see it's working. Now we're going to test fire it. Okay. Okay. So it's not moving. Okay. So we test fire as well. Okay. Okay. Okay, then full auto. Okay. See, so our modified TDC Fix Outer Barrel is working. So that's how we convert our stock outer barrel to a TDC Fix Outer Barrel for the Glock. So I hope you enjoy the video and I hope you learn something or get an idea, so maybe you can improve it, so just share it to others as well. So that's it. This is Airsoft Fairy. Keep safe. Thank you.